Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fly Fridays. I'm your host Vern, and we are live at the Path Galleries with my good friend, my homie, icon, style legend, Elyjah Monks. And so listen, we're gonna get into some good things, hear about the brand, but check this out. I want you to subscribe to this YouTube page, like these videos. We'll be right back. Fly or die. Love you.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
So Elyjah, man, I've had the honor of just kind of getting to spend some time with you at our different studios and just learning about you as a creative. And man, dude, I am a fan. Guys, if you haven't checked out this man's work, you're playing yourself. This guy is, man, just be thinking out of the box, man. He's sparking my mind all the time. So, kind of tell us, man. Tell us why fashion and how'd you get your start, and just kind of give us a quick backdrop of the man, the myth, Elyjah.
Oh man, why fashion is kind of a tough question because it started off as more art, and with the skate brand started off as completely a skate brand. Going back to when we were kids with aerial dogs drawing on boards that we would sand down all the way bare.
Right.
Then we would draw them, and then we would sell them to our friends for I don't know, $10. These are $50 boards. I'm sure our parents weren't psyched on that. But and then we got older, and me and my best friend Ricky, we started Okydelic, another skate brand, in 8th grade, freshman year of high school.
Right.
And then whenever it started becoming more of a fashion brand where I wanted to actually create clothing in more of an artistic way rather than just graphics and stuff like that, is whenever I started Silent Riot.
Silent Riot. I remember that.
Yeah.
Those pieces were flames.
Did the collab with Solomon Juarez, Solly. Most people know him, super dope dude. And then Silent Studios came about whenever it became more than clothing.
Right.
This was kind of the time where it became decision-making time. I was about to graduate high school.
Right.
College started coming into the question,
And wait, tell everybody how old you are. This is what I'm most impressed with.
Oh yeah, I'm 20, so I'll be 21 in September.
Cooking. I hear cooking.
Yeah, I'm very blessed to be in this situation that I am. But yeah, I wanted to go to school for therapy, to be a psychiatric therapist, just like my mom, my grandma, my auntie, my whole family is involved in that. And I wanted to do that, but I also have always had the passion for art and clothing, and I love putting people in good positions to just create cool things. It's part of what Path is about, is giving a space for people to do cool things. But I decided, instead of going to school, first of all, I was terrible at it. I was so bad at school. I just sucked at it, bro. I didn't want to go. I didn't want people wasting my time. I don't know why I had to do history class when I'm trying, or not even history, I had to do math class when I'm trying to do this. But it really came down to I was ready now to start. And I told my parents, I was like, look, I'm not going to college. I'm starting this, and I'm scared, man, trying to talk to my dad, sweating, Dad, I don't know how to tell you this. He's like, I know, you're not going. I was like, how did you know? He was like, well, let alone your report cards, but, my parents were just like, as long as you put everything into it. And, I worked for a year as a Altier boy. I studied every day, you know what I mean?
Right.
The game, the fashion industry, my favorite designers and everything.
Man, he be putting me up on stuff all the time, man. All the time.
Yeah, so I never let myself like get lazy just because I didn't have the standard like curriculum, I guess, that most kids my age have with school and a regular job and whatnot like that, which I think in many ways has kind of shaped the design aspect of what I do now.
Yeah.
I guess I forgot to mention the Silent Studios.
Well, that's a good segue. Let's get right to it. Give us the meaning behind Silent Studios. This is really, when you come into the space, you ever visit Oklahoma City, I love the concept and I love how you kind of, the theme behind the brand is pretty interesting and pretty cool. So give us that like backdrop.
Like I said, with my wanting to be a psychiatrist or a therapist, I wanted to kind of give awareness or educate people on what mental health is really all about. Try to end the stigma of what it means to have some type of mental problem, I guess. Not really the proper word or whatever, but
disorder,
just to educate people, so when they see somebody with this disorder, they don't like assume they're crazy, or assume that this kid just is stupid because he has ADHD or OCD or bipolar disorder or whatever it might be. So Silent Studios is based off of a book that I've been writing since my sophomore year of high school, called Rapid Fire. And it really just started off as like a bunch of poems and stuff, me being a little emo kid, just writing poetry. And then it really turned into me being like, man, I want to make this into a full like novel about mental health and how I've dealt with it, because I have OCD, bipolar disorder, and so for me it's affected me in so many good ways that like people don't understand. It's like with Ye's album when he said, "It's my superpower, it's my superpower." You know what I mean? I felt that on so many levels, because I'll go several days without sleeping and it'll be nothing, you know what I mean? And then like people think I'm like, gonna go crazy and stuff, and it's like, no, I'll just probably sleep for 12 hours one night and then I'll be back to normal. And just like stuff like that. I mean, granted, I'm medicated and I have been for over a year now, but back to the story. Each chapter of Rapid Fire is a collection that I'm putting into Silent.
You're 3 deep, right?
You're 3 deep is, I guess, I'm going to be in the fall. So there's the illusion of, there's a social suicide, which is the first chapter, aside from the introduction, naturally. And then militance is more of a sub chapter, I guess.
Segue to the next.
Of social suicide, because social suicide was there to explain how I was brought up and how I was brought into this world of like creative people and just like madness that I live in. And then militance is to try to push the idea that like, hey, we all need to be in on this educational process of mental health, or else nothing will ever get done. And we're in a world where like things move so quick and we're not really capable of how to comprehend these things every day. Like our brains are way overstimulated. So now more than ever, we need to be aware of these of people that are dealing with these issues.
It's fire, man. I just love the thought and the complexity, and if you come and see the pieces, man, it's just really well thought out. Okay, so in closing, this is what I love to do when I get to have different creatives on the show, is I want you to give me 2 things that every entrepreneur or creative needs to know from the lens of Elyjyah Monks. Maybe a lesson you learned in the past, maybe something you're going through now, something that's...
Start small, for one.
Amen to that.
Start small, man. I mean, you come up with these gigantic ideas and you just want to do it right off the bat.
So
and
good, bro.
if you can kind of condense your ideas when you start, do that. I mean, I put myself in a big hole when I started out that I've been trying to crawl out of, climb out of, just because I had an idea that was just way too big.
Yeah.
And then I guess secondly, get good people to surround you.
That's good.
I fortunately have like an amazing family that surrounds me.
No doubt.
I got great friends and everything, but they're more there just for like the friendship. My parents have actually been there, especially my mom, for like making sure I'm not screwing all this up.
That's so good, man.
Yeah.
That's so good, man. So I love what you just said, man. Like, don't be afraid to start and then scale that joint. And the second thing, get great people around you, man. So I can definitely identify with that. Elyjah, man, thank you so much for letting us come in. Guys, check us out, man, on Western. You can't miss it. Path Studios, home of the great Elyjah Monks, man. I'm serious, bro. Like, look out for this cat. Look at this cat. All right, man. Love you guys. We'll see y'all next week. Fly or die, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, man. It's dope.
Super dope.